Nerding and hoarding. Quick and dirty DIY electronics.
So allow me just to say thank you and welcome to Nerding and Hoarding Show. So today we are going to build a box for putting modules, Eurorack modules inside. So is this light annoying you? Is there anything I can do about that? Maybe that's better. Alright, so so what is this guy talking about? Well, probably you understand what I say. If you don't understand, I will try to show you. So this is what is known as a module, one of the few proper builds that Nerding and Hoarding has actually done with a proper PCB and everything. So, but I mean, you can't play this. You see, nothing happens when I turn this here. It doesn't have any power because this is only one part. You see, it's one part of many. So this is a VCF, voltage control filter, but we need several things and we need to put them side by side in something. And this something is what we will build today. And in order to be able to build this, we need a couple of things. First, we need a plan. So I will draw a little plan here. If you look at this, it is exactly 128.5 millimeters high. And if we look at the back here, we see that 100 of these millimeters are so to say, they are taken. So what we have is a little band up here and a little band down here that we need to remember, and that is where we will put our screws in. There are special metal rails for this, but we're not using them because this is quick and dirty channel, you know, quick and dirty. So we do it as fast as possible, and this is as fast as it gets. So for the design, so what we must now remember is we can choose, we can make one row. So that would be something like this, and it would be 100 millimeters here, and this we could do as long as we want. And we can also do a double row like this. Then it would be 128.5 times 2, and as wide as we want it. This right here is 100 and this is 100, so we have something like this. And if we take 28, I mean if we subtract 100 from here, we get 28.5, and we divide that in 2, it gives us 14.25. So about 14 millimeters here, 14 millimeters here. So let's build this right here as wide as we can get it on this piece of plywood or plyfa, I don't know what it's called. So it's about 320. So that's perfect. So, and if we take this value right here 2 times, what do we get? Let's see here, 17. So sort of 17 plus 242 57. Remember, that can be incorrect because it was made a very head calculated, but let's go with that. So just take your little plywood and draw that right out. Sorry, this camera holder is not all that, but who cares? I mean, who really cares, you know? So let's make it just a little bit larger. So 260. So, but then you might say, yeah, but you know, a box has 6 sides. You would be absolutely correct in saying that. But on this channel, because we are quick and dirty, we're just doing one thing at a time, because it's much easier to be quick and dirty then. So what we do now is we cut this out, and then we make another copy of it. That will be the back side. So then we have front and back, and that's a good starting point. So just pause. Right, so you might want to cover your ears right now. Alright, this blade, or what you call it, it is really bad. And I mean really, really bad. I don't think I have ever used a saw blade quite as bad as this one. So, might have to adjust the sort of plan of action and use some kind of other saw machine. But I brought this out because the next thing I will do is that I will draw the lines like this that will be cut out, where we will put in these things right there. And there, then you need this kind of drill, not drill, but saw. So now I'm making the back side, and I'm just copying this with the pen like this. Bam! So I just run it on this front and back. So I took out another saw machine. Let's see if this can work better. Just 1 second, and please cover your ears. So cover your ears, please, because this can get a little bit loud. Yes, but it has to be plugged into the wall. Well, there you go. Plug it into the wall. Bam! You see that nice laser right there? As you see, I put it as so it's not sewing exactly through it all. So I just adjust a little bit, slightly, a little bit more like Then we go again. So now we have the back and we have the front. Now we just need to take the front and draw a little bit on it. And what we need to do is look at this drawing right here. So do you see that? Like this. On the side here, it's sort of, you can make it as large as you want, the sort of gap here. I think I will take maybe 2 centimeters or something like that. Like that. And then we said we had 14 millimeters. Something like that. And also on the other side 14 millimeters, just like that. So do you think we should be counting components in this build? That'd be fun. So we are using one, up to now we are using one plywood board. So we are only using one component up to now. So that's a few components, right? But you know, component, what's the difference between a component and a raw material? Well, that's not easy. Remember, in the middle here we are having 2 times 14. So we are actually having sort of 3 centimeters. But as you know, this is a rule of thumb, rule of thumb. Which is a real bloody history, if you ask me, but who's asking me, Right? You see how good it's starting to look right here. So, back to the sewing board, as I decided to call it. Yes, put your earplugs in, and we are gonna try to do this, which is not so easy, but it is doable. So be extremely careful when you do this at home, and if you're a child, don't do it at all. Ask your parents for help. And if I say child, I mean anyone under 18. It's really nasty. It has a nasty kick. Here and here. That means that we have these cuts to do also. But then we will use this nasty bad drill thing, machine. have to go look if there are any other saw blades, because this one really doesn't work. So, well, what do you know? The vibrations makes the camera holder start to unscrew itself. So, yes, I found 2 saw blades. This is a little bit burned, but still feels kind of sharp. So I will try to attach that. This also feels like it maybe is sharp, so that's a big problem if it turns out that this is also worthless. Alright, pause. Well, it's not new, but it's much better, so. Go, it's shaking down again. So that's a big bummer, as they say. Alright, you saw me saw out one. There you go. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. So now let's talk about depth. Depth. So you see this box? It's I used to use it for stuff. Its depth is 7 centimeters, 70 millimeters, 3 inch, and that's not so much. I think we will do like this. See if we could recycle these and use them as the sides. That means 100 millimeters sides. So that's gonna be good, but let's not do that quite yet because we have to check another thing. So by the way, this is black mold. It's very unhealthy, so don't use plywood with black mold on it. Please don't. Seriously, don't. Right. So yes. Sorry. Okie. Let's just do a quick setup here. Bam and bam. We got one top and one bottom. We got backs and sides. So we will probably be very successful in this endeavor. So I just make a cross here, meaning that this is not the one. This is the throwaway stuff. Alright, so here we are. Sorry about that. Sorry, real sorry about that. Sorry about that again. And sorry about that a third time, of course, because it's gonna happen every time I make this sewing. So we have the sides, or the top bottom, like this, the front and the sides. I will adjust them slightly soon, but first just take out some hammer, possibly other, whatever you have accessible. Take some wood glue and add to the back of the front. Make sure not to take the front of the back, but instead the back of the front. And my thing is really tired. So, guess what we will do then? Just slightly lean it against a lamp. No, that didn't work either. So, you know, it's always like this when you're quick and dirty, because you have never got any money to buy good equipment. Alright, there we go. So, how do we do this? So, take one side at a time, but not sides, but tops and bottoms. And I forgot to take out the hammer, so how will we do this? Well, take anything of metal that you have close by. Yes, beautiful. And did you see that? I didn't get any glue on my fingers. I got super much glue on my hand. Have you ever seen such a beautiful hammer? I mean, this is, I have no idea what it's special for, but it's some kind of special hammer. I can definitely see that. Why don't you look at what I'm doing instead of looking at that roll of paper? Alright. So we could probably remove these nails after the glue has stopped being sticky and started holding stuff together. But who cares? I mean, seriously, who cares about those really stupid details? Okay? So, things are looking great. Yes, but yeah, what I wanted to say was actually that it could be actually good to remove them, because you want maybe to screw straight in there with your sort of Eurorack screws, which is so cool. So cool, so cool, so cool. What you know, where did I put the spikes? The nails, the things. Yes. Right, if you don't find, you can take any tool you have, sort of like a nail gun or whatever you call it in your language. Just shoot from the side, because the glue will eventually become very, very hard. Not hot, that's hot glue. And this glue will never become hot unless you put the shit on fire, which you are not supposed to do. So anyway, who cares? Just do anything you want like that. So now I would prefer if you would be sort of up here. Do you think you could manage to do that? Use this once for me, please. I will take a book called Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. Alright. So you see this? You see this? You see this? Yes. So put it like this. You're seeing what I'm doing. And then, or maybe if we do it the other way around, it's like this. You see? And then we can just slightly, no, we will put it on the back side first, because you see, as you see, this is a little bit skewed right here. So as I add the wooden glue right here, you can think about whether you want to have or how large do you want your box to be. You can sort of think about, do I want 1 row, do I want 2 rows, do I want 3 rows, how wide do I want it, do I want to be able to use it while I'm traveling, or do I want to use it as just a stationary thing that I will put in my music room and have it stand there just like a grand piano and never move it. Then you can actually build it like an entire wall. That is your thing. Alright, I lost the nails, but I found some other nails which are super tiny small, but you know, who cares? Who cares? Well, I for one do not care. Sorry. And Leo Tolstoy, please stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up. So there's a stack now. And first there are 2 ice cream boxes, then there is the book by Leo Tolstoy, and then there is a sort of paper roll, you know, paper towel roll. So maybe this table is not so good at hammering on. But what can I do? So right there, bam. Alright, so now it's time to put the side here, which used to be the front, but I recycled it. Repurpose, recycle, you know, good for the environment, and all of those things. I'm such a great guy. You should marry me. Just send your income tax declaration to me so I can see how rich you are, and then I can see if I would allow you to propose marriage to me. Yes. So now a little bit of sewing. Yes. I never actually tried this saw, so I will try it because it looks so cool. So I will try it a little bit, just like this. Okay, it sucked. So after the fact, I will put it back in there, and I'll get that super smooth, super good pulling saw. You see how beautiful it is? Repurposed bicycle tube for handle and everything. If you have any plans of falling now, please make sure to tell me in advance so I can take precautions. Whoa, I thought that was my finger, but whew. All right, I will pause So there you go, there you go. And now the moment of truth. Will it fit like a glove or will it fit like a shoe? How do you do? How do you do? Well, it fits just like a glove. I'm not saying exactly if it's a glove on the foot or if it's a glove on the hand, but it fits like a glove. So I just chewed it a little bit because it looks sort of dirty, quick and dirty, you know. Bam, bam, bam. And then we could sort of add the glue from backwards and what you're actually supposed to do, but you know, why be smart before when you can be smart afterwards, right? And then just sort of massage it in there. You might think that this actually looks like shit right now, but you know, once you paint it, it looks pretty cool, I tell you. So I will repeat this on the other side and then I will bring out the paint. So I actually ran into a little problem because this was actually not the same size here. So then I make a plan B. I take another slightly thinner piece of plywood and just put it on top here. And then, yes, I put on glue. Please glue, don't let me down. Right, like that. And then so I put this on here and then take some nails. Soon I will show you the beauty of the saw that I have. And then you can tell your friends, guess what I saw? I saw a guy using a Japanese saw. It was so beautiful. Whoa! Thank you for telling me in advance right there, because I could save you now. So please, Anna Karenina, what you doing? What you doing, huh? Alright, everything's falling now. So, alright, so I will just sort of just take another thing. Look, a typewriter. Everyone knows a typewriter is also really good as a stand for cameras. Please. I'm not going mad. I have been mad all the time. I'm just starting to show you what I actually am. Right, so you're not even watching me. No, seriously. I'm putting my all into this right there, and you're not even like looking. You're like looking at something else, you know. Oh, there's an interesting bird there outside of the window. I think that I will be taking up ornithology. That's really interesting new hobby. You know, this electronic stuff is just not doing it for me anymore. Now, ornithology it is. Watching birds. Alright. So soon I will show you magic stuff. Alright. So look now, real careful. Are you seeing me? So I take the saw right here. And you see there's... So I put it like this against here, but you can't see that, but now I have shown you. And then I just saw upwards. Careful, because there's only two very small nails keeping everything down. Alright, just going fuck, hell, shit, motherfucker, bad. So, I do it from the other side. So this is just like cutting bread, you know. Just that the bread is made out of wood and your bread knife is made out of a saw. So did you see that? That was so beautiful. Alright, so now to this last side right there. We'll try the first method again, you know. And I realized that it did not work, so I tried the other side instead. Alright, I realize I am really bad at this. But who is counting, you know? It's not a competition, you know, who is the best at sewing stuff. No, it's the one who can get the stuff actually done in the end, you know? So, are you with me still? Are you still with me? Are you still with me? Yes, thank you very much. You are so good that you stay with me in these troubling times right here. So, look at this right here. This is some black paint, I believe. This is some more black paint. And, I mean, you can use any color you want because it's free country. So then we just start painting the shit and it's gonna look really sweet. Right, so you see this? Painting, painting, painting. It's gonna be real fucking nice looking at the end. If you like other paints, just use them, you know? You can use any color you want. I'm a black liker, you know, I like black. So if you're a sort of beige liker, you can just go straight ahead and beige. They have all of that box, you know. Beige, the hell out of that box. And you can do as you want with the inside, if you want to paint the inside or not. Well, that probably depends on how many modules do you actually have. Will you fill it up straight, or will you have some blanks in your blank spaces? Yes. So please watch the other video where I show you how to make super quick and dirty power supply. And then you just take that, put in here, and you are ready to go. Do you know how fast did that go? It was like instant, almost instant. So when you know how many sides does a box have, you know it has 6 sides, so what do? When you're gonna paint some side that you already have painted, well, you have to put it on something that is not entirely made out of sawdust, because then the sawdust will get stuck in there and it looks like shite. Right, so we just do like this. Yes. So this was the improvised side. You can't really see that it's improvised because, you know, it's all covered in the same black color. I mean, black is really good at covering up, you know, quick and dirty dents and bruises and all of that. It just looks sort of organically, beautifully, crazily made. Right, so I'm using acrylic paint, and then you can mix it with a little bit of water to make it last a little bit longer, or, you know, it doesn't last longer. You can use it for larger areas, surface areas, you know. That is good to know. You don't need to use it straight out of the bottle. You can mix it up with some water. The backside, of course, we don't need to waste so much energy on the backside because that is the least looked at side. And if you're wondering about this wood glue here, wood glue is sort of related to acrylic paint. They are both made out of some kind of plastic. So there you go. Stupid knowledge of today, which is not even knowledge, it's just stupid lying basically from my account. But who's keeping count, you know? So if you mix it with too much water, it becomes slightly transparent, and you will see the sort of linings in the wood. If you like that kind of thing, feel free to experiment with that. So, and of course, if you are interested in any special things, you know, if you're interested in special things, you can also give me a sort of, you can ask, couldn't you please design this thing? And I can actually give it a try, because I'm such a nice guy, you know. I let my sort of community of viewers be in on the decision process. So that would actually be really sweet. You know, I'm also up for, I'm not in for this for the money, you know, no, I'm in for this for the sort of problem solving, for the thrill of actually getting some quick and dirty stuff actually make some noise, you know. That's why I'm in this, you know. But I might have a little bit more time on my hands, and maybe a little bit, just a tiny bit, a little bit more of experience than a few of you, and a lot less than others of you, because I never pay too much close attention to actually learning anything the real way. I'm more into learning how to fake it until I make it look like it's sort of working, you know. There you go. Never let an engineer become an artist, or the other way around. It's only going to go to hell. Well, that is a neurodivergent artist slash engineer, yes. Right, as you see, the black paint has covered everything, and this, except for the backside, but the backside sort of looks good. It looks like a vintage radio. They often have sort of just unpainted wooden or masonite backsides. So there you go. I will be posting sort of drawings and plans if you are interested. Look underneath the film where we have some text. There you can sort of look at some actual not actual things, but links, you know, links, not the guy in Zelda, but you know, texts, very small texts in sort of code that you put it in sort of the browser, internet browser, and it takes you to a specific place where a specific file is displayed for your pleasure. So there you go. Let's see if we can have a sort of a spin around right here. Yeah. So here's the, oh yeah, it will be maybe like this. So really beautiful, right? And or maybe this is the way that the video camera is actually. So it's that, and then I'll spin it. Let's see, side, side, back, side, front. So, and then you just leave this sort of for an hour. If you're in a hurry, you can put it in your oven and put your oven on slightly below a water boiling temperature, which is sort of 80-90 in centigrades, and I don't know about Fahrenheit, but you know, just don't boil it, but you can heat up the drying process by heating up the temperature. So there you go. Now you learned something today, and we have to wash my hands. See you later.
Nerding and hoarding. Quick and dirty DIY electronics.